Hello everyone, it's the JK Show here.
And today it's going to be our top 10. Finally we've done it.
Top 10 addictive...
Top 10 addictive games.
I can't speak today for some reason.
Remember everyone, the shout-outs will still be on Sunday. We've been talking about this for a long time, we're getting this top 10 out. So
and
today
I think
is the day.
Finally got it done. So just remember though, like...
It's our opinion.
Yeah, obviously these things
Put your own opinions in the comments.
Yeah, tell us what games you find really addictive. But for us, these are the top 10 that we find the most addictive.
So I hope you enjoy.
And here we go. Coming in at the number 10 spot, we have chosen Happy Wheels.
So most people are probably familiar with this one, but for the people who haven't heard of it, Happy Wheels was created by Jim Bonacci and launched in June 2010.
It is a ragdoll physics adventure flash game where you can take control of various different characters with one objective: get to the finish line whilst avoiding many hazards and obstacles.
Players also have the ability to create and share their own custom levels.
So with millions of different levels to choose from, you can spend a good portion of time playing on this game.
At number 9 we have gone with Peggle, which is a puzzle game series created by Addictive Games.
So we're playing Peggle Knights, which is basically the same game but just looks slightly different, has different levels and a new character.
Peggle is a pretty simple game where the player has a certain amount of balls to hit all the pegs on screen. The more you hit, the higher the score you get. The goal is to clear all the orange pegs to beat the level.
You get to play as a variety of characters, each with their own powers. We've spent a lot of time playing this game. For us, it's a game we turn to when we feel like playing a chill game.
Coming at number 9 is Angry Birds. So Angry Birds was created by Rovio Entertainment and was first released in December 2009 for the Apple iOS.
Around 10 months later, over 10 million copies of the game had been purchased from the App Store. The company then released ports of the game for other operating systems, including Android, Symbian and Windows.
It then got expanded to include game consoles and PC. Its popularity led to many spin-offs, a market for merchandise featuring its characters, a televised cartoon series and an upcoming feature film.
So as you can see, it was received very well, but we want to talk about the first Angry Birds as it was the one we played the most. So the aim of the game is pretty simple. All you have to do is aim your birds to knock down the pigs' fortresses to proceed to the next level.
But it's definitely an addictive game and is worthy of our number 8 spot.
So this is a bit of a different one because for us, we're not really big fans of Call of Duty Ghost. But there is one thing that keeps us hooked and coming back for more, and that's the Infected game mode.
If you don't know what this is, it's a game mode where the game starts with all players being survivors.
There is a countdown timer in the corner of the screen, and when it gets to 0, one player is randomly chosen to be the first infected. The survivors who are not infected must hide and kill the infected to try and survive till the time runs out.
If you get killed by an infected, you then become one and have to hunt the remaining survivors when either all the survivors are killed or the timer runs out.
We love the whole aspect of trying to stay alive and hiding, and the feeling you get knowing that they're coming for you.
So for us, we find this mode extremely addictive, so much so that we will go out and buy Ghost purely for the infected, which we think earns the right to take our number 7 spot.
At number 6 we have gone with Jetpack Joyride, which is a 2011 side-scrolling endless runner action video game created by Half Brick Studios.
So the game features the same protagonist as Monster Dash, Barry Steak Fries, who the player controls as he steals a jetpack from a top secret laboratory.
The objective of the game is to travel as far as possible, collecting coins and avoid hazards such as zappers, missiles and high intensity laser beams. Whilst travelling, you can come across gold spin tokens, and collecting these will enable you to use the slot machines at the end of the run.
The slot machine can award you different prizes, like coins, additional spin tokens, a head start, a player revival, and explosives that can propel the player's body some distance after death.
So we know it's another simple game, but they seem to be the most addictive ones. What we like about this game is it never gets boring. Every run is just as fun as the last. We enjoy trying to get as far as possible, using the different vehicles and playing with a variety of jetpacks and gadgets available.
Overall, we think this is a very fun, enjoyable and extremely addictive game.
So this game needs no introduction, and if you have watched any of our other previous content, you know that we are huge fans of these games, putting well over 100 hours into the first one alone.
We actually found this game by mistake. We were browsing the PlayStation Store demos and I spotted this game, and the rest is history.
So if you haven't heard or played this game before, it's a rhythm game where you match up the moving notes and the still notes, and it does have a difficulty mode so you can ease yourself into it, because the first time playing it can be quite confusing, especially on a higher difficulty.
It has a huge variety of really good songs with great videos, and they are all fun to play.
We can come back and play this game over and over again, it's just so fun and addictive to play.
At number 4 we have the well-known blue hedgehog who goes by the name of Sonic.
Now of course there are a huge amount of Sonic games out right now, but we want to talk about the legendary trilogy for the Sega Mega Drive, that is Sonic 1, 2 and 3.
We have decided to include all 3 of them because we couldn't choose between them, and we think all of them are classic titles. Just like a lot of people, we grew up playing these games and still play them to this very day.
The first Sonic game was released in 1991 and featured Sonic running through the levels in order to stop Dr. Robotnik from taking over the world.
The game focused on Sonic's ability to run and jump at high speeds with the use of springs, checkpoints and loops.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was released in 1992 and it increased the overall size and speed of the series. It also introduced Tails, who followed Sonic throughout the game, and allowed a second player to control him. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was released in 1994. The game introduced a temporary shield maneuver, it added new shield types to the series, and allowed Tails to fly under a player's control. It also introduced a new character called Knuckles, who served as an additional antagonist with Dr. Robotnik for the game.
So all 3 of these games were memorable and really great fun to play, and we can always go back to them countless times, so in our opinion it's easily an addictive game.
Our number 3 spot goes to Portal. So this game was originally released in a bundle package called the Orange Box in 2007. Not long after, it was released as a standalone game.
In the game you play as a character named Chow, and you have to solve a series of puzzles using the Portal device. Throughout the game you are challenged by an AI called GLaDOS to complete each puzzle in the Aperture Science Enrichment Centre.
So we've spent countless hours on this game, and every time we play it, it's just as fun as the last. As well as that, in 2011, Portal 2 was released, which was just as good as the first one, if not better. It was a lot longer and it added new features, and it was just a really good game.
We enjoyed both of these games, and they definitely deserve the number 3 spot.
Coming in at number 2 is the mini-games found in Pokemon Stadium. So in this game there are several mini-games, which are Clefairy Says, Dig Dig Dig, Ekans Hoop Crawl, Magikarp Splash, Rock Harden, Run Rattata Run, Snowball, Sushi Go Round and Thundering.
You can play the games individually or in Who's a Champion competition, which continues until the player achieves a predetermined number of wins.
So we put this at number 2 because we find that when playing Pokemon Stadium we spent most of the time in the mini-games. Whether you play against the computer or with friends, they are really fun and addictive to play.
So our number 1 addictive game is Snake on the Nokia 3210, so for anyone who has owned a Nokia 3210, you're probably familiar with this one.
If you've never heard of Snake, then it's a pretty simple game where you take control of the snake and guide it around the playing area, collecting the block, and every time you pick it up you grow a little longer.
The aim is just to keep growing whilst avoiding the walls and your own tail. For us, there was nothing better when you were younger than sitting there for hours playing this game and trying to beat your score.
This one probably isn't for everyone, but in our opinion we think this is a hugely addictive game. For something so simple it can keep you hooked, so this one fully deserves the number 1 spot.